Alright, so I'm gonna do a non-wrestling vid right now. Uh, Last night on demand, I just watched World War Z. It's a lot to say for me, but I watched that movie, and I didn't really do this on purpose, but I uh, I woke up at 7 I think. Uh, the day I watched it, I got like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, and usually on that Friday, well, I didn't have school. I did not have school on the Friday. All right, so usually on that Friday, I get a little sleepy around 1 a.m. or 12 a.m., 12 to 2. I usually get sleepy around that time. So I started watching the movie at 12, and I wanted to see. I didn't do this on purpose, but I noticed that I was pretty sleepy during the whole movie, which tells you that it was pretty boring. All right, I mean, it was just your regular zombie movie, really. You know, they were trying to hide the fact that it was a zombie movie, but they because you watching like the previews and stuff, and it was like it was all like fucking non. They're trying to just hide the fact that it was non-zombie, pretty much. Um, and then the previews, the spoilers that they showed during the previews were fucking ridiculous. You know, they showed the moment where the virus like starts, where they're in the car and the police officer comes by, hits off the mirror of the guy's car, and then this explosion happens. They fucking spoiled that for us. That's like the point where it starts, and they just showed that, and it's fucking stupid. And they also showed in the previews they showed um, where the zombies get into Jerusalem, so you know how they're gonna really get in. You know they show them climbing the wall, you know, getting in. So and then you know during the movie, you didn't really get any good zombie killings. Like when you watch The Walking, I'm gonna use The Walking Dead a lot in this review. When you watch The Walking Dead, there's a bunch of cool zombie killings. The only killing you really got was like with guns, and they just fucking shot them. You know, not really. You know, you got a couple others with like other like weapons and stuff, but nothing really that cool. Um, I like how they brought the idea of science into it with how they like found a vaccine. That was cool. And it makes sense too. It makes a lot of sense. So that was good. Um, but like when I finished watching this movie, I got the impression that it's not over. They're gonna make another one. Uh, World War Z two maybe. Um, I don't know about if they're gonna make one or not. I haven't really looked it up, but they never really came out with a like a solve. They never really solved it or anything. So yeah, I don't know. And then there was this other fuck. You know, maybe I'll talk about the ending a little later in this vid, but I want to rant on this part. There was a little fucking retarded part, um, where it's raining outside. Oh, and if you haven't really figured out, I'm giving spoilers. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, yeah, I mean, just don't watch this vid. That came a little late, but whatever. There's this part where it was raining out, and they were in Korea, and they were coming out of the. I think maybe they were going back in because there were zombies. They were going back into the airplane, and the guy fucking slipped on the airplane because it was wet on the ramp going back into the airplane. He slipped, fell, and died. That's how he died. He fucking slipped. What the fuck is that? I mean, think about that. You fall all the time, you know. You trip over your feet or whatever, and you're fine. You don't even really get hurt usually. I've fallen outside on the concrete before, and I'm maybe a little like scrapes or something, but I'm fine. I don't have to go to the fucking hospital, let alone fucking die on the spot. He doesn't even get an injury or like that needs like medical attention or whatever. You know, maybe if you would have tripped and like got an infection or something, it would have been. You know, that still would have been fucking stupid. Like in a movie, that's just fucking not a non-acceptable death right there. So yeah, I was very just like pissed off at that death right there. Um, and what other fucking parts were in this movie that I would like to talk about in this vid? Uh, they never really focused on his family enough. I think they should have done that uh, more because like that relationship with like I enjoy seeing that like the relationship between like a family in these movies. It like it makes it better. Like the relationship between people. It's hard to explain, but like in The Walking Dead, there's like a bond between everybody, and then there's people that are trying to tear the group apart, and I just never really found that. There should have been like this person that was like undercover or whatever and was against the group that was trying to find the cure. There should have been that. That would have been fucking like better. Uh, they didn't really have like a Shane. You know how Shane was in The Walking Dead and he was fucking like trying to be the leader or whatever. There should have been like a fucking guy that was just against the fucking leader of the group. But there wasn't, and it was just pretty boring. There was no like oh my god moments in the fucking movie. Uh, yeah, I mean, and just a fucking retarded ending where the guy, I don't even remember the guy's fucking name. If it was good, I would have remembered his name. Whatever, Matt Damon, right? That's the fucking actor. What's his fucking name? I don't even remember his fucking name. Come on. So, whatever. I think it was Matt Damon, right? In the movie? I don't know. Whatever. We'll call him Matt Damon for now. So he was going back to his fucking family, which was in Nova Scotia or whatever. And he hugs them, and that's the end. They haven't even found, well, I guess they found the cure, which they say is only temporary. Um, but they go back, he hugs them, and that's the end. And then they say, like, there's this narrator or whatever, I don't know, he's like, this is only temporary, we haven't found a permanent cure or whatever, so this leads me to believe that there's going to be another movie. Which I wouldn't really like to see, because the first one was pretty bad. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of zombie movies, but this was just a normal zombie movie. This was supposed to be like the summer blockbuster. This was supposed to be like the number one fucking zombie movie ever, and it was just another zombie movie. Nothing better than any other fucking zombie movies I've ever seen. Then they tore a page. I don't know. Maybe The Walking Dead copied this off of somebody, but they fucking copied The Walking Dead where they cut the arm off of the person got bit like I don't know in like the wrist area or something. So he fucking cut the arm off. Matt Damon cut the arm off, and she's fine. That's what they did, and it was fucking like a rip off The Walking Dead. It's like we've already seen that before, so it's not that impressive. In The Walking Dead, it was better because it was like that was the first time I saw something like that. But now it's just like alright. It's like I've already seen that before. It's like in wrestling. For non-wrestling fans, if you're not a non-wrestling fan, now the fucking phone's going off. And I'll just keep fucking talking over it. But when the fucking a fucking wrestler creates a new move that's cool, like you're like, oh, that was pretty cool, and then the second time he does it, it's like fucking less cool. And then like it just keeps getting less cool and less cool and less cool. It's still pretty fucking cool, but it's just like when you've seen something once, the next time you see it, it's just not as cool. So yeah, this movie was just another regular zombie movie. I keep fucking saying that, but I want to get my point across. If you thought it was good, then fine. I don't really care what you think. Just leave your opinions down below in the comments area what you thought about the movie. But I thought it was pretty underwhelming from what it was expected to be, what I expected it to be, what everybody else expected it to be. I hated how they tried to hide that it was a zombie movie. Like, they didn't want you to know it was a zombie movie, but, yeah, I mean, if I had to rate this out of 5 stars, like give it a movie rating out of 5 stars, probably give it 2 stars maybe. That's being pretty nice. Just not a good movie. That's the bottom line. Because I said so. Taking a little page out of Stone Cold's book right there. Uh, but I mean, I want to try to like be generous because I know that people are gonna say I'm negative about everything, but that's just the fucking truth, people. I didn't like it. All right, there's many movies that I've liked over the years. Despicable Me 2, that was a fucking hilarious movie. If you want me to do a review on that, just tell me because I will. I don't know if anybody's watched that ever, but yeah, World War Z was not good. So yeah, there you go, people.